home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
That this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And running with power here. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
At their own 42-yard line.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10
at their own 42. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man, and able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd and 5 now. Brady quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3-and-out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3-and-out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Check. Watch 54. Let him know. Right there. 54. Right there.
Third and long for Prescott. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Intercepted by the Bucs.
That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Ronald Jones, the ball.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
17-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Made by Jalen Smith.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. And he's got Miller. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
Scotty Miller.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Jones. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is...
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
The kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
At the 21.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Prescott. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Now 3rd down.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
no run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that will be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken right around the 44. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. On first down, Brady. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 24 yards.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Buccaneers 14, Cowboys nothing.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
On 2nd and goal, Brady. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Tampa Bay.
Ronald Jones, his 11th touchdown of the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Buccaneers 21, Cowboys nothing.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot down.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off right around the 43. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10
at their own 42.
And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He was brought down.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Brady gives this one off to Jones.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Bucs on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. Shotgun now for Brady. Going deep this time for Miller. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now, start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
Prescott, a quick throw caught by Cooper. And all the way to the opposite 45. A huge play there on the screen pass, and even 40 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Makes the score Buccaneers 21, Cowboys 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll run it with Jones. And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Takes this about 5 yards deep.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Oh, here we go. Oh, 25 the mic. Hey, defense.
To throw is Prescott. Steps away to his left. He's going to find Gallup here complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. And he is going to lose yardage here. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
By Shaq Barrett. A loss.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Well, the Jets sweep. This is Godwin. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Working with a 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it 3rd down. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Looking downfield for... And this is caught inside the 5. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the route is on here in this first half.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You can't block me.
Prescott to throw it. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Pass intended for number 22. Incomplete. Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
By the Buccaneers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They're going to go with 1 second left. The final shot before half for Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Here's Jones. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
The ball carrier.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They'll go again to Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. There he goes right side. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Again, it's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They needed a yard. They got it. First down.
And a Buccaneer first down.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. Past the 20. And now off off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Leonard Fournette with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. The PAT would extend their lead. Is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming.
I don't want to throw the flag.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He was brought down.
Levante David in on the tackle.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
From the 27, Prescott. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
But coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And this Buccaneer offense, they're running away with this one. Extra point try now for Succop. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Buccaneers 49, Cowboys 7.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
4.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down.
45's the mic. 45's the mic. You.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
This thrown quickly out to Cooper. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Dallas, Texas is the spot. 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. To the air again, Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And oh, look at the catch by Gronkowski. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. This is Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Alabama. 380. 54. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
The ball carrier.
So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Arlington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd down and 12. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
54, right? 54, Mike. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want. Hey, second.
From the gun, Brady. Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Trayvon Diggs on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones. Jones hit, and the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. 16 yards right off the bat with a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Prescott on 1st down. This to Jarwin. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
He was brought down by...
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Dancing to his left.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. To throw, it's Brady. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. 30. 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
A first down throw for Prescott. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Cooper was the target there. That'll bring up second down.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
Let's put that team on the Bucs. Hey, check Mike 45.
One last shot now for Prescott. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds him. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Tampa Bay, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.